I'm going to show you guys how to go through the inputs and outputs worksheet. So that is going to be the document that looks like this on the front, inputs and outputs worksheet. And to get started, you need to make sure that you have your build plate completely assembled. This one's not quite, we need to just get this attached, but otherwise is assembled. Everything needs to be plugged in the appropriate place according to the instructions. Remember, you want to have whatever the lighter cord is going to be plugged in towards the middle. So you can see that I've got my red is going to be plugged in facing the middle, and then a white cord is going to be plugged in towards the middle. Not everything's quite attached on here, but we're still going to be able to see the data that you guys need to see for this. I also have my charged battery plugged in, and if I turn on my Cortex, you can see I've got green lights. You know, you can kind of see it. They're kind of dim on the screen, but we're ready to roll. So now let's come over here, and I'm actually going to go ahead and power my Cortex down for a minute while we work on setting this up. So I just switched it off, and now I've got Robot C open. Here we go. And first thing that we always have to do when we open up Robot C is double check that we are in the correct controller mode. This says VEX IQ, so that's definitely not the right mode. So platform type, switch it over to VEX Cortex 2.0. On the second page of these instructions, you're going to see that it also wants you to select PLTW natural language. So where that is also down in platform type, and then we just select natural language PLTW, click on that, and that's going to give you certain control structures that you're going to be using with this packet. Okay, so then the next thing that this is asking you to do is to open up a sample program, and this is just a template program that we're going to be opening up. So File, Open Sample Program, and then where you're looking for, if it doesn't open directly to it, we're going to be in VEX 2. It should pop up for you in VEX 2, and then it may also go ahead and pop up for you in PLTW. And you're going to click on PLTW template.c. Open that up. And the first thing that I want to do here is go ahead and save a copy of this. So please click on File and then Save As. Don't just click on the Save button, because then you're just going to be saving to this. And come on, File, Save As. There we go. And now I do want to see if I can find a place. Yeah, this is network and file sharing's turned off. So go ahead and just, we'll save it to the desktop for right now. That's fine, unless, yeah, there's no option down there, desktop. And we're going to name this inputs and outputs. And then if you guys will also put your last names in there for me. So I would put Gomez, and then you would put the last names of you and your partners in there so that I can tell whose is whose. I'm going to hit save. Okay, we can't save it to this piece. Save, fine. Can we save it to the desktop? There it goes. Now it's saving to the desktop. Now we're good. Okay. Now we've got that part. The next thing that you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and give this a project title. The project title is just inputs and outputs. Your team members, if you guys will list your names first and last. And then the date, whatever the date is, if you guys will give me the month, the day, and the year. And then your section, green 3 most likely. And the task description, the purpose of this program is to test the input and output readings of various sensors. There we go. All right, we're not going to put any pseudocode in here right now because really we're not going to be writing a whole lot of code yet. We're going to be trying some different code out testing that, see what happens, and then switching things around. So we don't need to add any pseudocode right at this moment. And now that we have this saved as a new file, we can go ahead and just click Save here to make sure we don't lose anything. Okay. Now we are ready to go into the motor and sensor setup. Instead of going in and doing every single thing that's listed here, we can go to our motor and sensor setup, go to your standard models, the way we did with the Clawbot, select configuration, and you'll see that there's actually a PoE test bed, and that is going to be the one that we want, this test bed here. This is going to have everything set up exactly the way that you have it on your test bed. So then if we click apply, then we can see in our motors that they're plugged into the right place. And then we have our different types of sensors. These are the analog sensors, and then the digital sensors should all be plugged in the appropriate place. Just double check that those screenshots match what you have on your screen. So there's a few of those here. Okay, now once you have all that set up, go ahead and get my signature so that I know you're good to go. And then you can continue. We're now going to go ahead and power on the Cortex. And then, so I'm clicking the switch on my Cortex right now. Sorry you can't see it, but I want you to be able to see this screen. We're going to go ahead and click OK here. And now it says click download to robot. I know it says click robot and then download to robot. That's telling you to do this, but we also just have this lovely button here. We might as well just push that button. So we're going to just go ahead and click download to robot. And, oh, we might need to do a little firmware update. That's okay. Let's see if this works for us. Okay. So right now, we don't have any debugger windows really showing up for us. So what I'm going to do is go up to Robot again. Don't close this button here. If you do close that, then you're going to have to go ahead and click Download to Robot again so that you can have this open. We need this program where it says Program Debug. You can't see it. Program Debug. We need this little window here open. Don't close that. Okay? Now I'm going to go up to Robot, and then I'm going to click Debugger Windows. And then the ones that we need to have on are motors. And now you can see there's information about a bunch of different motors. Go back up here. We also need to have sensors, okay? And so you can see that our sensors actually do have some different information coming to us now, okay? Okay, so we've got motors and sensors selected. And we can see that there are actually some different values showing up. I want you guys to next try here. We're going to the Motors tab. So you're clicking right down here where it says Motors. You're clicking that, and then you should be able to see some different powers. So under this power column right here, I'm going to try putting in some different values. So it says try several values ranging from -127 to +127. So go ahead and try -127. Does that do anything to our motors? Might be the one that is not plugged in right now. Let's try this one. Nope.
Sophomores with the last name beginning with G through I, please report to the nurse's office for vision screening. Sophomores with the last name beginning with G through